Did you see that part on the screen where it just said he longed with all of his heart to hunt the eggs? That's us right now. Sort of. Not exactly, actually. We kind of given up on hunting eggs. We're going to make our own eggs. We're going to make our own eggs. We want those eggs so badly. Hey gang, how's it going? Welcome to the stream for January the 19th. It's Tuesday today. Yeah, my last day of work before what is effectively my weekend. So yeah, I have got all of the roche fruits I need to cover the last monsters on our checklist. All I need to do is just get enough tower runs to collect all those monsters and get out alive with all those monsters, and then we'll be done. I will have completed my challenge, my lifelong dream of having a save file with all monsters in the Monster Hut in Azure Dreams. I don't exactly know how long this is going to take or how many streams we have left to actually get this done, but I'm actually going to aim to get this done today, actually. We're going to try to put all of this behind us so that I can start up something new this next weekend for the after-work streams. Probably Ori and the Blind Forest. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards. So, yeah, let's get down. Is it just me, or if they... Is it just me, or was that different music than they usually use on the options screen? No, I guess not. I guess I just am not very attentive. Yeah, we're going to turn the in-game music off so that we can get the VG Jazz playlist on. I added a few things to this. Not very many. Not very many new tracks. It's basically the same old playlist that you all know and love, that I've been using for tome runs for like the last 2 years. 88 tower runs. You know, this actually wasn't too arduous. I probably could have done this years ago if I really, really wanted to. Because like half of this time we have here is from when I was doing the hardcore runs, when we weren't wealth building or bringing anything to the tower with us or bringing anything back with us. So here is the plan. We're just going to get them all in order. I actually, I might end up regretting this, but for the early floors, I don't really think we need a lot of help here. Like, the first two monsters we need are Flame and Ifrit, which is basically 2 flames. For that, I'm not really going to need a lot of support just to get up to floor 4, so we're actually going to take 2 fruits into our first tower run. And then, yeah, I'm just going to pop them both right away. I guess we might not see a wind crystal. I guess I could make room for a wind crystal as well. I think I've got one of those in here. That would really suck. Oh, I don't have a wind crystal in here. That sucks. I could have sworn that I stashed one away. Oh, I used it on our last run. Used it on our last run where we were just doing some barong feeding. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna bring 2 roche fruits into this tower run. We're gonna catch 2 flames, and then we're gonna get out. That's basically it. We have no other objectives for every tower run. I don't think I'm even going to attempt to train any new monsters or getting any of our evolutions done. We'll do that once we've got all of our monsters in the vault and ready to go. There's no reason... Basically, we want to play hard at this point. The worst thing that can happen is I die during one of these runs and lose whatever fruits I took in with me, and then we have to get them back, which is going to be annoying. So let's not let that happen. So yeah, we're going to be optimizing every run for survival. And not bothering with training new monsters or going for any of the evolutions we need. We'll do that on separate runs. Which means maybe the stream or maybe the challenge goes a bit longer. It's probably a little bit less likely that we'll finish tonight, if that's the way I'm going to do it. But that's also the most likely way that we won't lose a bunch of progress and have to spend like another 6 or 7 hours barong feeding. I do want to hit level 3 before floor 2 so that I can stomp all over Gosh's face. Does Tumna fruit work on Gosh? I've actually never tried that before. Will he just eat anything that I throw in his mouth? Kind of tempted to try that. There we go, level 3. Level 3 is about as high as you can reasonably expect to go on the first floor. You can get to 4, but it takes forever on floor 1 monsters. Can't believe I've never tried this before. I guess the Gosh fight is so simple. So much of the time, I've never bothered to experiment with him. Actually, let's show off the new tracks on this playlist before the others. Hey there, Deep Fry. Yep, I got started a bit late. I had a couple things to get from the store, and I had a large supper because I had some left. It was kind of weird. I had like a free meal that I got from like the local Japanese food place. I just realized. Yeah, I got a free meal at Edo, Japan for ordering from their app so many times. But they don't give you the free meal. Like, you can't just say, hey, I'll have my free meal now. It's like free meal, but you gotta purchase something else. So I got a sushi platter with my dinner yesterday. Except I had such a big supper yesterday, I didn't eat any of the sushi platter. I saved it for today. So then I had a pizza and a sushi platter today. So supper went extra long. How much sushi? Like a 12-pack. There we go. That's more like it. I would have liked to have gotten started early, because like I said, I kind of want to... what if I roche fruit on Gosh? I bet you that doesn't work. Oh, no effect. Oh, this guy's tougher than I thought he'd be. Let's get Shuren to deal with this for us. That guy just owned himself. Can't believe he's doing a... Gosh is... I mean, you know, credit where credit is due. He is a rich, fancy boy, but he is also pretty tough. 12 damage on like a, what, 9... Diamond plus 8. That's like 15 defense, isn't it? Yeah, 15 defense. He's still doing 11 damage to me. So yeah, this is one of the new tracks that I added to the VG Jazz playlist. I was kind of conflicted about this one. Got some heavy guitar going on with this one. But it's also got the trumpet and the saxophone. So I figured it kind of balances out. What is this, anyways? Oh yeah, this is Gravity Man's theme from Mega Man 5. Probably the best music in that game. Lucky! Okay, so all I gotta do is find 2 flames. Then we can get the fuck out of here. I think they'll be more likely to appear on the slightly higher floors. So I think we'll... I don't know. Depends on what happens first. Either we find the flame or we find the next floor. Looks like we're finding the next floor. Then we gotta make sure not to go up here, because I think this might be the last floor that we can find flames on. On future runs, I'm gonna bring up both my Arachne and my Clown, just to make sure that we got 2 elements, so that we can deal with pretty much anything that the game throws at us, and also... just so I can have a backup familiar in case one dies. Or runs out of MP. How many new tracks did I add to the playlist anyways? Here's another one. Where are my goddamn flames at? Where are the flames? I do not see flames. That's it for this tiny-ass floor, too. Come on, no way. Are they just not gonna give us flames here? Okay, let's go here, because this is kind of the intersection of the whole floor. Maybe I'm too low level for flames to appear. Like, too low of a character level. I've always wondered if maybe, like, the appearance of monsters scales on your level. I've noticed that, where, like, sometimes monsters don't appear on a certain floor, and then suddenly they start appearing. I wonder if that's tied to, like... Oh, there we go. There we go. Check this out. Check this out. This is gonna be amazing. Woo! There we go. Just like a pokeball. Just throw it, and it snaps shut on him. So we got a flame. And then Flame has an evolved form, so I need 2 of them. Oh, is that him? Is that him? What are those guys doing over there? Oh, this... I didn't even notice this. Didn't even notice this central pathway here. I should be hanging out here. This really is the intersection of the whole floor. The other most disastrous thing that could happen is if I accidentally use a roche fruit instead of pick it up and throw it. Oh yeah. So I thought it would be okay to list all of the... Like, yeah, to make public all the unlisted VODs. See, this is what I was talking about. Balloons appearing all of a sudden when he wasn't here before. I wonder if that's because I went up to level 5. Anyways, like, I noticed that it wasn't pushing them to the front of my YouTube channel page, so I kind of thought, oh, now that they're old, maybe it doesn't count as newly published videos. But then I checked my alternate account, and sure enough, it counts them as newly published. So I just flooded, like... 30 videos onto all of my subscribers' subscription feeds, and I'm probably going to lose a bunch of subscribers as a result of that. But it's going to be easier to find old VODs now. I've also made playlists for some of the stream playthroughs of games that I didn't have playlists for before. So if you check the playlists on the YouTube channel, you can just find like all of the Ocarina of Time videos listed together. Okay, we got 2. I can't believe that Flame Egg is only 600 Gs for how absurdly rare they are. I mean, it is like the 3rd weakest monster in the game, I guess. Yeah, what other playthroughs did I make new playlists for? The Shovel Knight DLC, the Ocarina of Time playthrough. I think Orion's the Blind Forest didn't have one before. Oh yeah, my Genealogy of the Holy War ranked run. Okay, so we got 2 flame eggs. Now the real important part. What do we name them? I'm actually going to fill up the hut, I think, by the time we... Because, yeah, these are all, like, my caught monsters up here, and all of my kind of crappy fusion fodder down here. Actually, no, these are some real monsters. Yeah, these are some real monsters. Okay, so my actual monsters that I'm, like, using go up to here, and then here and lower are just guys that I want to fuse. Anyways, I think if you go to the playlists section of the channel, it'll just list the newest playlists at the top. So the ones that are at the top are the new lists for videos that were private before. Okay, we're going to evolve this one. What do we got for flame names? We got Genie, Jan, Married, Yazam, and Lamp. Man, I like Lamp and Genie. I also like Yazan. Yeah, we'll go Yazan and Jan. Yazan obviously being the evolved one. New egg? Yes. 2 new eggs, actually. Because that's kind of what we're doing now. So yeah, we got all the roast fruits we need on the previous run, or on the previous stream. So now I'm just doing repeated tower runs, and just crossing off all the remaining monsters. Do I think I can get to floor 10 with just an Arachne? I bet I can. Once we get up to a certain point, this isn't going to be tenable again. I'm absolutely going to want 2 familiars. And we'll just take 1 roche fruit at a time. But for these lower floors, I think I can do 2 at a time. Also, let's actually go over to the list and cross them off. So we got Flame fully crossed off. And then Ifrit is like pseudo crossed off, because we still have to evolve him. Is that serious? You're literally deep frying on the same night that you're talking to Deep Fry? That's a funny coincidence. Okay, so now we need to catch 2 griffins. I'm gonna go to floor 10 and I'm gonna catch 2 griffins. Hopefully we find a wind crystal on the way. She says her heart's... I never noticed that. She says her heart's pounding like a stopwatch. Stopwatches don't pound. Stopwatches go like... like tick, 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 tick. Like, that's not terribly loud. That's a... I guess maybe she has a weak heart. Maybe she's like a bit anemic. Just like Cheryl. Ooh, knockoff KFC batter. That actually sounds pretty good. Oh yeah, I had pizza for supper tonight. Pizza and day-old sushi. It was very good. Or, you know, as good as anything I ever eat, at least. I have pizza like once a week. I mean, I tend to eat it like on Tuesdays, like my last day of work before like my full day streaming days. Like, I tend to go for quick foods. Like, stuff I can eat pretty quickly for days that I stream after work. Oh yeah, you got Monday, your pizza day. It's like, yeah, you gotta have a pizza day, right? I mean, yeah, who wants to do dishes 7 days a week, honestly? You gotta have a pizza day. Actually, what am I doing? I can take out both these guys. $10 pizza, that's pretty damn good. I spent like 15 bucks for a medium here. Mind you, I don't get that, like, you know, two-topping bullshit. I like the premium flavors. The all-meat and the, like the Italian whatever. The New York whatever. That's the one I had tonight. I had the New York whatever tonight. Buffalo chicken used to be my favorite. They'd put like hot sauce instead of tomato sauce on the pizza. It was really good. But they don't make it anymore. You know what? I might as well bring out... As I was saying, I might as well bring out Arachne for the next floor, up until floor 10. No sense risking anything. Also, what's his AI set to? Attack directly? Good. Should I, like, count down the number of remaining monsters in the stream title? I'll wait till after this run. Oh, you've given up on finding that, that, like, food-centric Pokemon game? That's sad. You'll get it someday. Someday you'll find it when you're, like, not even looking for it. They'll do, like, an article on it. They'll put up like an article about it on Hardcore Gaming 101, and you'll just like stumble upon it one day. Oh, lucky. Oh, it's so helpful having spreadsheets for not just video games, like just anything you want to organize in your life. Like I actually have one for like film and anime titles that friends have recommended to me so that I don't forget about them. I'm making spreadsheets of like a bunch of my top 10 favorites in a bunch of different categories. Actually, a while back, I used to, back when I was trying to kind of improve my kind of bad habits and change my lifestyle, I had a spreadsheet for how often I exercised, ate junk food, and what was the other one? There was a third thing I was keeping track of, but I can't remember. But yeah, I had a spreadsheet where I would just like mark an X every time every time I had a day where I didn't eat junk food or didn't or remembered to exercise and got that done, I would mark an X, and I would try to fill it with as many X's as possible. And then eventually I got it so consistent that I was just like marking an X every day, so I just stopped marking the X because there's no point. I fixed all my bad habits, and then after I stopped marking... Yes, I don't think I had one for sleep, because that one's tough to quantify, because I don't know exactly when I go to sleep. Like, I'm in bed a lot sooner than I actually go to sleep. But anyways, yeah, after I decided I got tired of marking X's, and I was satisfied that I had fixed all my bad habits, and then of course, naturally, not long after that, I fell off the wagon and stopped doing all of those things. You know, I might as well not even swing my wand at these guys. Oh, hey, Peter Fruit. That'll help us. I guess I could try to climb a little bit higher. No, there's no point. We'll just grab the griffins. Grab the griffins and get out of here. Oh, I don't think that can be a useful egg, but wouldn't it be funny if that's like a flame or something, somehow? Don't think it's possible, but that would be very funny. Let's heal up a little bit before we go up. Oh dear. Tempted to just wind crystal out of here. He's still going to be brainwashed when we get up to the next floor. I've got 2 roche fruits. I should have just portaled out. You little motherfucker. Yeah, he's still got the brain status. I've got 2 roche fruits on the line. This isn't even worth... Not even worth the risk. I'm just going to get out of here. We're just going to jettison this run and try again. Wow, that's embarrassing. I don't know if you're having your monster brainwashed like affects your ability to pick him up or anything like that. I could have tried lifting and throwing him to get him out of the way until he calms down, but I wasn't confident that was gonna work. Yeah, Bloom Egg can get out of here. I just noticed now that she's here, is that a statue of Vivian we have next to our bed? It's kind of got her hair. I don't think we even need to save after that last run since nothing happened. Oh yeah, so as always, I keep forgetting to do this. I'm sure that all the people watching tonight are probably all the same people who watched the previous 2 nights, but this will be the last night that we run the straw poll for the viewer's choice game. At the moment, it looks like we're going to end up doing Wind Waker. I've been looking into Wind Waker a little bit. I've actually got a couple options as far as how to play it, which I'm going to have to investigate tomorrow. And yeah, we'll probably be playing Wind Waker all day tomorrow. We'll forego the Neo for one day to get a full day of Wind Waker in there. But yeah, we can do the original version in Dolphin, like the GameCube one, or we can do the HD remaster in Simu. It seems to me that it's going to come entirely down to performance. If I have a good enough PC to run Simu smoothly, then I might as well play the HD version. If I can't, then I'm going to have to play the Dolphin original GameCube version. Hero mode? What is? I think you mentioned that last stream. What does hero mode do exactly? It's a master quest. That's interesting. I did some research about Wind Waker as far as like the potential for, you know, for me to use some kind of ROM hack or do some kind of master quest. I did not see any information about there being a master quest for Wind Waker. Or rather, there is something they call the second quest, but it's not really any different from the first quest. It's like your clothes look a bit different, and a few of the ocean treasures are rearranged slightly. How badly does it limit your health? Because I don't know if I want to be getting a bunch of game overs in a Zelda game. Halves it? That's not too bad. Half isn't too bad since Zelda games are generally pretty easy. I actually remember I remember, you know, what happens in Wind Waker. Like, I remember the dungeons and the story. I remember that game having a really cool ending. Like, the whole end game sequence where you go to, like, old Hyrule and stuff was really, really awesome. So yeah, I really liked the end of Wind Waker. He'll be fine on his own. "5 hours though." That's honestly how it is a lot of the time in Zelda games. Where it's like if you're going for a no-death run, the early game is often the hardest part. Did it say that he fell in battle? How the fuck? Oh no, he didn't fall in battle. Yeah, he's winning. That was an enemy monster that fell in battle. But yeah, early game Zelda, where you only have 3 hearts, is often the hardest part if you're going for no deaths. It's like, yeah, once you get the opportunity to go exploring and looking for heart pieces, then it's not quite so bad. In fact, I think the last time I tried to do a Link's Awakening, or not Link's Awakening, a Link to the Past run with 0 deaths, I ended up taking my first death in the, like in the sewers at the very beginning of the game, which is kind of hilarious and pathetic. And then I decided, fuck it, I guess I'm not good enough for 0 deaths. And then I went on to beat the rest of the game without dying at all. I ended up with 1 death on that save file. Actually, I seem to remember Wind Waker having a very long intro sequence. Like, it's a really long time before you get the first dungeon, and then even a little bit longer after that till you get your boat. Oh yeah, the other benefit of the Wind Waker HD version, which is actually the main reason why I really want to, why I would prefer to play the HD version. Main reason for that is because of the fast sailing option. This is one of the most annoying things in the original Wind Waker. Your sailing speed was affected by like the direction of the wind. So if the wind isn't blowing in the direction you want, you either gotta... At first you just kind of gotta go slow, and then if you're sailing against the wind, and then pretty early on, you get the ability to do a tune. You get the ability to change the direction of the wind, which is just kind of annoying busy work. It's like anytime you want to go anywhere, you gotta change the direction of the wind first. Which is just kind of annoying. Like, I'm always going to change the wind anyways. Why not just get rid of the wind and make it always automatically blowing whatever direction I'm going? And the HD remake does exactly that. You don't have to bother with the bullshit wind song. Oh god, I forgot about the Tingle maps. Oh yeah, Tingle extorts you for a bunch of money. To get a bunch of treasure maps. Oh yeah, I think I still need a wind crystal. You know what? I bet you our exit is over here. We're gonna get brained, aren't we? Nope, apparently not. Yeah, we want to rush through all of the floors anyways because there's nothing I want here. We're just trying to speed towards the griffins as fast as possible, but I especially want to get off of these floors so I don't get my arachne brainwashed again. Ooh, I saw sand. You know, I kind of wish there were a command for my familiar to just, like, go roaming and then just, like, go apeshit on and just clear out the floor of monsters ahead of me. Like, go, kill. That kind of AI option. But no, he always wants to hang out one space away from you. There's our sand. Ooh, it's a red one, too. The coveted red sand. You know, red sand, I believe, is... Or no, it wasn't... No, that was sushi. The sushi combos are color-coded in the restaurant in this game. But yeah, sand is a restaurant menu item. You can get the sand from Patty's restaurant. Which I believe is like their cute name for, what is it, a sandfish sandwich? Or sand? That's actually one of the little things in this game that I love, is the just little like food critic reviews that the main character gives of all of the restaurant dishes. How much the government wastes money to send you a code by mail to access your CRA account? I have no idea. Like, I don't... Probably not much. I don't think it costs a whole lot to send a letter by mail. It probably costs a fair bit to send, like, you know, tens of millions of those by mail, maybe. You bastard. Man, I was level 19. He was just on the verge of leveling up. Or of evolving, rather. Well, he's back there. Actually, if I can just get a Mazar seed, this sucker is going to evolve. There we go. He can cast low down on me all he wants. I think a lot of government services do give you the option of like setting up a online account. I don't have one because I'm lazy. But like, yeah, my low income tax credits, checks I still get in the mail. Oh yeah, I guess for CRA it would be a bit different, yeah. But yeah, every time I get my, my GST credit check in the mail, I get the little thing with it. It's like, hey, go green, save paper. Would you like to set up an online account? And I'm just like, nope, can't be bothered. Just give me money. Just give me a check and I'll deposit it with my paycheck every month. I mean, not every month because I don't get GST credits every month, but you know. Deposit it when I deposit my paycheck.
I suppose, accordingly, that all the things which...
Yeah, he's not getting any XP out of this.
I believe that none of those objects which are fallacious memory...
Yeah, we're gonna have to get up to like floor...
I suppose...
probably over floor 20 to start getting this guy some serious XP.
Figure and station of motion into place are merely fictions of my mind. What is there then that can be esteemed true? Perhaps this only that there is absolutely nothing certain.
There it is. Bleh. Okay, next floor we're gonna see griffins. Oh yeah, maybe not. Maybe I'm underleveled. Next floor we're definitely gonna see griffins, but then we're also gonna see krakens. There he is! There's the bastard. Alright. Speaking of barbecued chicken. Boom! Okay, and now I need a... This is another evolvey guy, so I need to find a second one of these too. On a first playthrough, how much are you expected to die? It would be pretty common. Again, it kind of depends on your level of experience with the game. Like, I guess it also depends a bit on luck. Like, you can just choose to never die as long as you keep finding wind crystals every time. So if you're enough of a coward and you just pop that wind crystal at the first sign of trouble, then, you know, you'll just never die. Assuming that you find a wind crystal on every run. Mind you, it'll take you longer to finish the tower overall with that mindset, but... Like, when I was first starting up this game, I'd say that almost all of my runs ended with me dying. But that's just kind of my nature as a gamer. I really like to push my luck and just keep runs going way longer than I should. These days, I almost never die on tower runs, unless it's like a hardcore run. It's like I said, this is what, like 40, 50 hours we've been doing this this collect all monsters challenge. I have died once in that whole time. There we go. Double griffins, so we can cross both of those two off the list. Just double checking there's nothing I want here. I could keep that wind crystal. I am going to keep that wind crystal, because that'll be helpful to have that in the vault if I ever want to do just a quick in and out tower run. So like it is a pretty big ordeal to clear the tower when you first start up the game. There are kind of little sub-objectives that you can get along the way. Again, that's pretty common to the Mystery Dungeon series, where it's like, oh, the first time you get to this floor, this event happens, and that unlocks something back in the town. There are a few little side quests like that, where it's like, first you want to get the monster collar, so like you can have 2 monsters in the tower and do fusion. Then you look for the Guru's oil pot to unlock the takoyaki stand. Then you want the blue cape to be able to build the dance hall. I think after that it's the healing herb to cure Cheryl's disease. So there are like little milestones you can reach along the way that you can push for every time. And then when you're doing your first run, like every time you get to floor 2, a unique event happens. So like right now I'm done all of the selfie events. So we're just fighting Gosh every time we make it to floor 2. But when you're starting up a new save file, you'll get a unique scene with either Selfie or Gosh every time you get up to the 2nd floor. Now that I think of it, so also your first time through the tower is kind of fixed. Like they give you a little tutorial, basically, of how to play the game, which is kind of nice because it gives you some guaranteed items, because the floor layout for that first floor is fixed. So you get like a guaranteed like sword and shield and healing herb for your very first tower run. After that, it actually gets a lot more challenging. Like you're actually... I think I was losing runs on the first floor quite a bit when I was first learning this game. So we got Grayuf, Gruna, Gridge, and Groon. Okay, so Groon is obviously our evolved chicken. And what's our unevolved chicken gonna be? How about Groof? Yeah, this guy looks like a Groof. Oh, whoops, I hit the wrong button again. Okay, now we need to get serious, because we need to go up to the snowman floors to get our next monster, which is pretty high up. Not super high, it's like mid-20s, I think. And also we got the griffins out of there. Oh yeah, so a griffin evolves into a Grinnute. Whatever a Grinnute is. Or Grinnuette? I don't know. So we need 4 more monsters Snowman, Unicorn, or actually Unicorn is next. You know what? I could probably do another twofer. Because Unicorn and Snowman are pretty close together. Nah, I'm not going to risk it. Yeah, mid-20s is pretty high up. So yeah, I'm going to take an Ashura and... Or I guess an Arachne that's pretty close to evolving to an Ashura. And I'm going to take my Clown. Okay, so we'll just put the wind crystal in storage, and so we've got 1, 2, yeah, 3, 4 Roche fruits remaining. So 4 more tower runs, in theory, at least. That's all it should take, assuming we don't lose. This might actually go faster than I thought. So I guess if I do end up or I guess it won't go that quickly though, but like maybe I'll catch all the monsters pretty quickly, but even then I have to do a lot of runs to evolve all the monsters we need to evolve. I think there's like 4 or 5 I've got to evolve yet, so that'll take a while. So we'll actually have to do some grinding. Ooh, we got some stuff on this floor. Big PETA. That's actually an amazing find already. We'll be able to keep our monsters out for quite a while. I mean, yeah, we only have to get to like floor 20, so yeah, 2 monsters plus a big PETA means we're almost definitely not gonna run into MP problems. Actually, instead of Ori into the Blind Forest, one other option, I guess, I could also stream Toho Luna Nights as my next after-work stream. My next after-work, like, schedule slot game. Since I picked that up yesterday, at the same time that I got Deedlit in Wonder Labyrinth. I tried out a little bit of that game last night. It seems really good. Or I've tried out a bit of Toho Luna Nights, that is. I haven't tried out Deedlit yet because I refuse to play early access games. Oh, there's our wind crystal. Oh, I remember something that I forgot to do today. Prodaka kind of gave me a shout out on his YouTube channel. He has a video up actually today, just going over all of the like new Sega Saturn games that have been translated into English lately. There's been quite a few of them. I kind of talked about a few of them on stream. He actually listed several others that I didn't even know about. I meant to comment on that video and say, like, I don't know, hey, cool video. I didn't even know about all of these. Thanks for the shout out. But I forgot because, you know, I was at work and it got busy when I was about to type that. I'll have to remember to head over there and do that after the stream today. We're going to use the clown for the lower floors. And then we'll use Arachne for the higher floors, because I want him to get the bulk of the XP here. I really do desire to have like more positive interactions with like streamers and YouTube people that I like. Just let them know that I appreciate them. Most of the time, I just don't want to bother people, especially streamers. Especially streamers. I don't like participating in stream chat because I feel like I'm interfering if I say anything. And then, I don't know, on YouTube, I just don't want to say something just, like, totally empty and pointless, like, cool video, I enjoyed it. Like, that's what the thumbs up button is for. Man, we got a big pan around of the floor here, but I didn't see any exits. I guess we'll go the opposite direction. Ooh, it broke the 100 damage threshold. Give me something good. Oh, nice. Now, we're seeing a lot of red sand tonight. Usually blue is the more common sand. Okay, we gotta be a little bit careful here, but not too careful. Yeah, our clown doesn't attack directly, so he's less susceptible to brainwashing, since he doesn't need to get in close. Big floor. That balloon death animation is a little bit excessive. It's amusing the first few times you see it, but it's really long. Although it is cool though. It reminds me of what's his name? You guys know Dynamite Heady? Like the rotating tower level in Dynamite Heady with the balloon guys? Am I a fan of Penny Arcade? I used to be. The tricky thing with Penny Arcade is it's all topical humor. So like every time I've checked in with Penny Arcade to see if they're still funny, I just don't get the joke because I don't understand whatever reference or like gaming news topic that they're referring to, or don't even know the game that the comic is about. There are some great Penny Arcade comics, though. Like back in the day, I really liked Penny Arcade. Just, yeah, a lot of, just, yeah, absolute classic comics. Totally hilarious. What are some of the best ones? There's, of course, the ones who... Yeah, it was Penny Arcade who coined the greater internet fuckwad theory. Alright, I've actually got some saved on my computer. I think I have all my favorite Penny Arcade comics saved on my computer. I can't remember any other good ones offhand. Oh, yeah. Have I played the game? No. Yeah, there were two games, weren't they? One was kind of 8-bit style, and one was kind of not 8-bit? They're RPGs, right? I believe they're RPGs. There are 4. Well then. Anyways, I haven't played any of them. I have never played a Penny Arcade game. Oh yeah, there's one random Penny Arcade comic that pops into my head a lot. Because it has the word placenta in it, which is not a word that gets thrown around a lot in discussion. So anytime the word placenta comes up in discussions, I think of that one Penny Arcade comic where they mention the placenta. It actually has nothing to do with the video games. I think it's, what is it, Gabe? No, Tico is, like, expressing his concerns about his wife. His wife is pregnant and is, like, close to giving birth, and he's like, so, like, so he's asking Gabe, what are my responsibilities vis-a-vis the placenta? And then Gabe says, well, I know one thing about the placenta, is that the best thing about it is the cold placenta sandwiches the next morning. And then the last panel is just Tico looking disgusted and Gabe licking his lips. And like so many Penny Arcade comics, it works on so many levels. Because like, does he know what that word means? And that's the whole comic. That's the whole comic. Just like, I have concerns about becoming a father and what the whole birthing experience is going to be like. What are my responsibilities vis-a-vis the placenta? Best thing about the placenta is cold placenta sandwiches the next morning. Licks lips, disgusted face. That's the whole comic. Stayed with me for years. Oh wait, he's still alive. Geez, the clown's fallen off dramatically in damage already. Like, I'm not one-shotting these guys. Scandalous. Oh god. I'm having like post-traumatic stress flashbacks every time I step into a frog trap now. Oh hey, we get to hear this one again. Thank you, Deep Fry Bot. That was one of the things I was going to do before the stream today, was actually set up a bot with some basic functionality for that kind of thing. And now after tonight's stream, we aren't going to need one anymore, because there won't be another viewer's choice poll for a while. At least until we finish the next viewer's choice game. Yeah, that's right. You know what? You know what's even worse? I'm gonna pay the bot more than I pay you, too. Diamond shield does not rust. Actually, that leva fruit is kind of helpful. Did I give my clown a trait? I actually don't remember. I wish there were an easy way to check traits, or I think you might be able to in the Monster Hut. Where are we going again? Unicorns. We want unicorns. Let's just get out of here. Persona 1 is difficult to go back to? Like, you find it outdated, or, it's, like, difficult to go back to in that sense? A lot of old RPGs I find to be really slow-paced. I find a lot of old console RPGs don't really hold up for that reason. They're just really, really slow. Oh, it's complicated. Okay. That's interesting. It's like a lot of old school RPGs tend to not be terribly complicated. Is that a... That's a sand over there. I kind of need that. Damn it, I did not want to do that. Increase your level and skills by using the skill. That's kind of my least... That's my least favorite type of skill system, where you've got to, like, use a skill to level it up. I'd rather just assign skill points where I want to. Like, I don't know, I would rather that the leveling system be independent of the combat systems. Like, I don't want the way that I fight, or I don't want the leveling system to influence how I fight, where it's like, oh, I've got to use these moves, otherwise I won't level up or learn new skills. Like, I'd rather just fight and then decide for myself what skills I want to learn. Are we actually getting XP for this? Not really. The one exception to this is actually the Saga series, which I think does skill learning pretty well. Balance sync. Less than 4 minutes, so slow members don't get a chance to attack. Oh, they don't... Oh, I see. I see. So it's like, if your character... So like they only get upgrades by participating in combat, or like by actually doing actions in combat. So if they don't get an action, they don't get anything. You know, I think Final Fantasy X had a system like that, if I'm not mistaken, where a character wouldn't get XP unless they actually took an action in combat. So you were incentivized to do stupid things like rotate characters in and have them do just a pointless action that didn't do anything. Like have Kimari run in and scan the enemy or whatever so that he can get XP. Have Lulu get in and focus and not cast any spells so that she can get XP. Yeah, it was a dumb system. I hated it. Big PETA! Whoops. I can't believe these guys are doing so much damage. I mean, even with type advantage, sheesh, like I outlevel this guy by, oh, yeah, like 10 levels. Oh, tends to decrease. No, I don't want that. You know what? This clown might be outdated. I guess that means he just needs more levels. Yeah, I'm trying to think of examples of... like, definitely the quintessential example of a game with, like, use skills to level them up. Like, that kind of system that I really didn't like is the Elder Scrolls games. Skyrim, Oblivion. I hate that, where it's like, you level up your running by running, and level up your jumping by jumping. So you can end up, like, gaining levels when you don't want to. Like, screw that. I'd rather just give me points when I level up, and I'll assign them where I want. Yeah, Final Fantasy II. Because, yeah, it incentivizes stupid behaviors. Like dumb, mindless grinding, where it's like, yeah, attack your own guys to upgrade their hit points or whatever it is. in FF2. Yeah, those kinds of leveling systems, I think, just encourage stupid, degenerate gameplay. Grandia, as much as I liked the combat system in that game, also had a similar leveling system for its magic, where you could level up your magic spells and abilities by using them in combat. It wasn't a big deal there. There it wasn't such a big deal because it kind of encouraged you to try out all your different abilities. Also, there was actually arguably some benefit to not leveling up all of your skills, because like the more you level up a skill, the faster it, like the more speed it gains in combat. Like timing is a big thing in the Grandia series with your attacks. Like you often want to time your attacks so that you like hit the enemy where they're in the sweet spot on the act gauge, so you can cancel their actions. Where are we going again? Unicorn floor. And so for that reason, it's helpful to have attacks of varying speeds, so that you have a bunch of different options. So it's like, oh, the enemy's going to get their attack 6 time units from now, so I'm going to use an attack that takes 5 time units to charge, so I can hit him right before he attacks and do extra delay on him. So it's kind of useful in Grandia to have some skills not leveled up, so that you have more options for how to time your abilities. It's a very awesome and deep system. I look forward to someday discussing it in great detail when we eventually stream that game. So my little tirade about Grandia's skill leveling system, there was a point I was going to make off the back of that, but I don't remember what it was. Two Grandia games? There are 3, actually, but the third has never been remade or re-released. Or three games in the mainline series. Then there's Parallel Trippers for, I think, the Game Boy. And then there's a Grandia MMO, which you can probably skip. I never played the Grandia MMO. Maybe it's amazing, for all I know. Oh, I don't need no truth glasses. Get these out of here. They're all translated. Yeah, 1, 2, and 3 were all released in North America. Yeah, the original Grandia was released on Saturn first. The Saturn version was never released in North America, though. It was eventually ported to the PS1, and that was the version that got released. And now there's the Grandia HD Remaster, which is HD update of the PS1 game. Then there's Grandia 2, which was originally released on Dreamcast and eventually ported to PS2. Both were released in North America. And I think there's a Grandia 2 HD remaster as well on PC. And then Grandia 3 was on PlayStation 2, but that one has not been remastered or re-released ever, as far as I know. And yeah, that one was also released in English. Excuse you. Still can't one-shot this guy. Yeah, my clown buddy needs some levels. I'm actually just gonna get him to fight here. Okay, so we still do more damage with the mixture magic. All of the Grandia games have the same amazing combat system. Actually, arguably, I think you could argue that the gameplay of the Grandia series gets better and better over time. The second game, they just get better balanced. The first game is actually very easy. There's a lot of intricacies to the battle system of Grandia. It's very skill-based. Like, you can get good at Grandia's combat system to the point where, like, if you learn, like, how to time your attacks, how to make optimal use of delay and cancel on the action gauge, you can set it up so that you, like, take almost no damage in combat. You can also kind of ignore all that and still get through Grandia 1 because it's a really easy game. You can kind of ignore the whole delay and timing and counter system. Just ignore it completely and play it like a standard RPG and do just fine. Grandia 2 is a lot more challenging. Ow. Maybe we want to start bringing out Arachne for this part. Oh dear. No, don't you do it! There we go, that works. So is he gonna, like, eat that? Oh, he did. He ate it. That's all that does? He just picks it up? Anyways, I think you... Actually, Clown is still useful because we got a bunch of water monsters on this floor. Yeah, Grandia 2 starts out challenging, but has, like, a weird inverted difficulty curve. Basically, the XP distribution is weird in that game, where, like, the game suddenly dumps a shit ton of XP on you for the last few dungeons, and you suddenly become tremendously overleveled, and the game becomes a cakewalk for, like, the final, like, quarter of the game. Before that, though, it's really fun and cool. And then Grandia 3 actually is amazing in terms of the battle system. There's, like, some epic boss fights. It's well balanced with a lot of neat abilities, characters with distinct combat styles. It's actually great. In terms of story, the Grandia games get worse over time, in my opinion. I still think the first one has the best overall story by a long shot. 2 was alright. 2 was pretty good. 2 had a very strong story. Grandia, I think, has one of my favorite video game stories of all time. Yeah, I'm in the same place, Deep Fry. I'd really like to get past this 16-bit nostalgia and, yeah, start seeing some PS1 style games being made. It's a bit tricky though, because, like, it's kind of a different talent set that you need to make that kind of game. Like, there's a lot of pixel artists out there kind of chasing the like this 8 and 16-bit retro craze. Does my hair really look that bad, or is that the camera angle? I guess I was out shopping and stuff today, walking around with my hood up. Whatever. It's like we need to train up a new generation of, like, low poly 3D artists. There are actually a few out there. I actually follow a couple on Twitter who post some really cool stuff. Okay, where's my unicorns at? Fuck. I don't have any balls, do I? I've got a water ball, but that's not the kind of ball that I want. You know what? I'm just gonna bring out Arachne. Let him handle it. And I think I'm just gonna put away the clown. But yeah, I don't know. I think they'll get there eventually. Like, apparently nostalgic trends, they say, follow like a 30-year cycle or something like that. So I think we're getting there. I think we're getting there with the PS1. Oh, there he is. Okay, so I gotta double check. I'm pretty sure I just need one of these. Yeah. Do I have... Huh, it's a big question. Do I have... do I have a wind crystal right now? That's actually kind of scary. Arachnes... Whoa, in a world of hurt. Okay, we'll wait for this guy to come to us. How's he doing for XP anyways? Okay, yeah, I do have the wind crystal. Whoops. I am going to run around a bit and try to evolve this guy. Have I seen the elevator yet? I don't have any more Roche fruits. Or at least I didn't bring any more on this run. Oh yeah, we can medicinal herb this guy too. Now he's back in business. That'll do. Ooh, that'll hella do. Yeah, that's kind of true of, like, even the 16-bit RPGs. Weirdly enough, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong about this. I don't know that Final Fantasy VII was actually a tremendous jump in terms of, like, the scale of RPGs. Like, in a lot of ways, I think FF7 is actually very similar to Final Fantasy VI. There he is! Whoa, 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 whoa. He's got a cool design. He's actually a different color than the one I evolved in the wild last time. Also, he's got 6 arms, and that's kind of weird. Oh, so you started with FF7. Okay. So yeah, I actually had played, like, a bunch of 16-bit RPGs to kind of have that sense of historical context. So yeah, I had already played Final Fantasy... Final Fantasy VI and Chrono Trigger and Lufia and quite a few different 16-bit RPGs by the time 7 came out. I guess we'll just get out of here. I got my unicorn egg. But yeah, just right down to the way it's structured, like even the type of story where you got that blend of magic and technology. You got like the evil corporation instead of the evil empire that's using bad science and committing crimes against the natural world to fuse magic and technology. Yeah, a lot of similarities between Final Fantasy VI and 7. I think I'll might as well keep the big pitas. Should have used those medicinal herbs to level up to increase my guys' hit points. Oh well. Oh shit! We got an Arachne egg. That's actually a pretty good find. Motion sickness from the 3D. From like early 3D, or I guess it must have been like if you played racing games, I guess that would make sense. Playing games like Ridge Racer on PS1. Ridge Racer! That's pretty much everything I remember from Ridge Racer. So I have an evolved unicorn already, so we can just set this aside and never mess with it again. What do we name our failed unicorn who doesn't get to evolve? He's mono, because he only has one form. What did I name my evolved unicorn? Unico. That makes sense. So, we can cross that off the list. I'm like losing my voice or something. So now we got Snowman, Maximum, and Dragon. Then we've got to evolve Kid, Flame, Griffin. And actually we've done Arachne. We have evolved our Ashra, so I can cross that off the list officially. So now we're down to... So including the monsters we haven't evolved yet, I need 1, 2... So I need to get 3 more monster eggs to get enough monsters in the hut to have all the monsters, and then evolve 4 more. 3, 4, 5. So I officially have every monster in the game in my hut, except for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. Game Boy with Pokemon Red. Yeah, that was around the same time. I think I got my my Game Boy with Pokemon Red like maybe a year after I got my PS1 with Final Fantasy VII. But yeah, a lot of the big RPGs, I don't know. I feel like the PS1 didn't do a ton to advance the JRPG genre a lot, which is fine because I prefer old style JRPGs over the newer ones. Like, it's mainly like I said, like Final Fantasy VII was basically just Final Fantasy VI with 3D graphics. I think they got like kind of gradually more cinematic with 8 and 9. Then again, they also did put out a lot of like really experimental stuff, like a lot of, you know, experiments that didn't really stick. Stuff like Chrono Cross, and I am really running out of room in here. I need a bigger monster hut, like an even bigger monster hut. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna not take this guy. This is tough. Have I fused anything with Arachne yet? Oh yeah, I gave him the Kraken. Yeah, I should probably get rid of one of these crappy eggs. Yeah, I'm gonna sell my Manova here. I don't know, do I want to train monsters at the same time that I'm hunting monsters? I really don't. No, we'll go back to doing the same thing. I will take my clown in with me. And actually, yeah, the thing we were talking about too, about just like the big open world, just like the sense of just scope. where you got like a whole world out there to explore. Just travel around, going on adventures. That's kind of a thing that was the thing that got lost, I think, with the transition into the PS2 era. Yeah, RPGs became a lot more just like focused and like down to the ground and cinematic. Like you didn't see world maps anymore, hardly at all in the PS2 era. Actually, funnily enough, Grandia doesn't have a world map, really. It's like strictly linear. You have like a list of locations you choose from, and there will be like 2 locations to choose from at a given time. Typically 1 town and 1 dungeon. Like what, I think Valkyrie Profile on the PS2. Actually, Valkyrie Profile's an interesting... You know, there was quite a bit of cool experimental shit on the PS1. I take back what I said about the PS1 RPGs doing nothing to innovate or push the genre forward. Valkyrie Profile was a super cool and interesting experimental kind of game. Legend of Mana as well, if you want to consider that a JRPG. Oh yeah, the whole submarine thing. I mean, again, not exactly unprecedented. I think Final Fantasy V had a submarine and like a whole ocean. Like, yeah, Final Fantasy V had a submarine where you go down and explore the ocean depths. Maybe 4 did too. I don't know. I don't play 4. I only played 4 the one time. I barely remember anything about it. That game is bad. I remember being amazed by... I guess that was the one thing that Final Fantasy... I guess that was the biggest innovation of Final Fantasy VII, was like tons and tons of mini-games. You get to go motorcycling and snowboarding and like submarine hunting. I really liked the submarine minigame. I think the submarine game was my favorite. And then you could like play... So like there was like the story scenes where you... Like where there's the scene where you do each of those mini-games in the story for the first time, and then you get to play them, unlock them in the gold saucer. So I guess they were, you know, playing with the technology a bit in that regard. We got to see cool snowboarding and submarine and rock, paper, scissors mini games and that kind of thing. You know, the way he stretches his hand out when he goes to attack kind of reminds me of Dalsim in Street Fighter. Honestly, the most amazed that I remember being in the PS1 era was actually mostly the 2D games. Like, I remember being blown away at how good, like, Symphony of the Night looked. Especially some of the bosses in that game. Like, Grand Falloon, like, blew my mind when I saw it for the first time. Though. Galamoth, too, for that matter. Legend of Mana. Legend of Mana had some really impressive looking bosses and environments. Actually, I did get mind blown by a few things in Final Fantasy VII. Actually, some of the environments in Final Fantasy VII also look really neat. A lot of the stuff in Midgar is just super cool looking. Yeah, the scene where they're like swinging down from the pillar right before the plate collapses. That looked really neat. Or hell, like the finale, where like the choir kicks in with One Winged Angel. That was kind of mind-blowing at the time. I guess it's not even so much like, oh, the PS1 wasn't impressive because it didn't blow my mind as a kid. I guess it's more that I just didn't have much of an eye for detail at the time. Like, I can give you an example. I remember one of the things that they showed, like, I remember seeing a lot of coverage of Metal Gear Solid 2. Back at around the time the PS2 was first releasing. So yeah, a lot of stuff got shown off about Metal Gear Solid 2, just like demonstrating the power of the PlayStation 2 and how amazing this new system was. And like one of the details that they showed off, it's like, wow, look at this gunfight and the way that every individual item on this shelf gets destroyed by the bullets. And, like, I don't know, they were just, like, gushing over, it's like, wow, every individual item in the room is rendered, and you can shoot them all. And at the time, I remember thinking, like, who gives a shit? That doesn't matter at all. Also, that was a thing in Siphon Filter. Siphon Filter on the PS1 had individually shootable bottles. Yeah, in the bar in Stage 1. I think Siphon Filter might have been an amazing game. I haven't gone back to it. It's not a game that I think about that much, but like just in my mind, I'm remembering just the game Siphon Filter and like just the level design and what it played like and what it... like, I don't know, I didn't have a... I liked Siphon Filter at the time. It didn't blow my mind or anything. I think maybe it should have, though. I think Siphon Filter might have been amazing, and I just might not have been sophisticated enough to appreciate it. Wow, new egg discoveries are really, really underwhelming at this point. It's like, oh, an egg? That's not gonna help me survive up to floor 25. It's like, that egg is just gonna take up space in my inventory. That egg is gonna get in the way of me finding my egg. Flame Ball, that's actually a good pickup. Yeah, I've been the same way ever since the 360 and PS3 generation. I was really Metal Gear Solid 4 was the last game to really let me down. The last game I got really excited for, and I found to be a big letdown when I played it. That's not even entirely fair, because Metal Gear Solid 4 did actually, to a large extent, live up to the hype. It was everything I dreamed it would be. It was everything they said, and it was absolutely amazing to play for like the first 2 chapters. And then the rest of that game basically doesn't exist because it's all just like cutscene nonsense that makes no sense, and like a bunch of shitty, like completely linear pseudo puzzle sequences that practically play themselves. What's the last game I could not put down? I mean, Fire Emblem 4. Like, in terms of games I played recently, it was, yeah, Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Holy War. When I streamed that at the beginning of this year. Last year. Beginning of last year. In terms of, like, the most recently released game, it would probably be Hollow Knight. I was actually astounded at just how beautiful Hollow Knight was. Like, I don't know if you guys get this sensation when you're, like, just exploring a video game, just, like, traversing the world and not even really doing anything special. Just, like, walking from point to point and just soaking in the atmosphere. And, like, I had this sensation, like, in a Hollow Knight. Just walking from point A to point B, just thinking to myself, this is absolutely perfect. I got that sensation playing The Witcher 3 as well. So The Witcher 3 also had that sensation of, yeah, being just, like, total absorption, all-consuming, immersive, I guess is the word I've been trying not to use. I found it completely immersive playing The Witcher 3 and Hollow Knight. So what monster are we looking for now? Snowman. Oh yeah, so not to be too critical of your work, Deep Fry. If you could just, like, type something, like, to indicate what that link is, because I think the link is for the benefit of people who are, like, just popping in and haven't seen it yet and don't know what that's about. So if you'd go, like, Viewers Choice Poll, like that. Like, the reason I don't type it out like that is because I just say on stream what it is. When I post the link, I'd be like, here's the viewer's choice poll, and then I type it in, so anyone who's watching kind of knows what that link is about. But yeah, anyone who hasn't heard me talk about the viewer's choice poll yet, and who sees you post that random link in chat, won't know what that's about. Oh, it's fine. It's not a big deal. I really should just get a bot, though, to, I'll work on that next time. I remember I had, I thought a couple times about getting, like, what kind of functionality would I want from a bot? And at the time, there wasn't really... The reason I didn't end up getting a chatbot was because I didn't really have much use for one. Basically, I thought the uptime command is helpful, because often when I'm going into a stream, I want to know how long they've been online. My roche fruit. Actually, let's just eat this. I can't believe this guy's doing so much damage through my, like, 15 defense damage shield. I guess we're pretty underleveled. Also, my wand sucks. There we go, we should always fight those guys downhill. But yeah, at the time, I wasn't doing the viewer's choice poll. That's kind of, the viewer's choice thing is kind of a recent thing, so the last time I was considering getting a bot for the channel, there wasn't really anything for it to do other than uptime, which Twitch now does on its own. You can just see how long a streamer's been going. Like, just under the stream, it shows you that. Boo. I should probably start bringing out like Arachne or something. Like right now to deal with this chode. Oh. Actually, I'll keep him out. I actually love this song. This might be one of my favorites on this playlist. So pitas are probably our best friend at this point. Like, your average item pickup in this game will, like, get you out of one nasty situation. Like a Tumna fruit will deal with a monster in front of you. A Holy Bell will deal with a few monsters in the same room. Your Familiar will deal with a bunch of monsters. Like, dozens of monsters on a full MP bar. So yeah, Pita Fruit lets you effectively deal with dozens of monsters. It's even better than a Spell Ball, which can let you deal with like 6 or 7 monsters. Lol. Oh, I didn't even see the elevator here. Alright, I think this is the last Kraken floor. Looks like he has a mustache from the front. Does he? He actually might. Nope, just a dopey, frowny face. Does he have a different expression on, like, all 3 of his faces? It looks like it's the same. I was terrified for a second. Oh no, I'm getting sent away from my familiar. Let us your business degree to use. Like, let's use your business degree to use. This guy's doing 10 damage to my guy. Scandalous. I guess I really only out-level these guys by like 5. Oh, wrong chat. This guy's not doing well right now. Oh no. Oh yes. Ooh, also this guy's probably gonna be able to one-shot pickets for me. Oh, he actually saw that guy there. Kind of sucks for me, because now I'm alone with this chicken. He's gonna fucking die. I do not have a res scroll. Let's deal with it like this. Think of if any of the games last year got blown away by the world. Like, were they good? Like, were there any amazing games last year? Like, I was pretty mind blown by Streets of Rage 4. I like that game more and more, the more I've gone back to it. Stop getting clobbered by these guys. What are you doing, Ashra? Actually do need to get him out so we can walk him around to recover HP. Like, yeah, in terms of games that got released last year, yeah, my number one would be Streets of Rage 4 by far. Probably I would have Prodigal as my number two, actually. I really, really liked Prodigal. I can't even think of any other games that were newly released last year that I even played. Most of the new releases last year that I played were actually disappointments. Langrisser 1 and 2, Mobius Front, Fae Tactics, although I think that game will be good. I think Fae Tactics will be good now that it's been patched and such. Oh yeah, and as in terms of like the modern AAAs, I haven't played a single one. I mean, a lot of people seem to legitimately like Cyberpunk. Like, for all the bitching that the internet does, I do see a lot of positive feedback, or a lot of positive comments about Cyberpunk 2077 from people who aren't having, like, just insurmountable technical issues. That sucks. That was, like, my best item. Fuck you, Picket, although I don't care enough to hunt him down to get it back. Lol. Well, I learned something today. I don't even feel bad about this. Don't even feel bad about this. Just that I don't mind that. Just a little rewind. Just a little emulator trickery. To not lose a Roche fruit. I'm actually gonna pull this guy into my, I think someone warned me about that once. Like a year ago, someone warned me about not throwing Olim fruits at transformed Manovas. Yeah, that's the other thing too. Yeah, it'll get patches, it'll get DLCs. I'm sure that Cyberpunk will be awesome. Indisputably awesome by the time it's, you know, actually finished a year from now, or however long it takes. There we go. Beat up your lesser spider buddies. Damn it. Can't believe he can't one-shot these guys. I mean, I guess Cyberpunk will get patched and get a bunch of support and DLCs if the company survives. I don't know, a lot of people seem to be really vindictive about Cyberpunk for some reason. Like, they're actually out to destroy the company now. Like, they're facing a couple, like, class action lawsuits, and just, I don't know, a lot of people seem to be just out to destroy CD Projekt now for some reason. I mean, I don't think it's going to be a serious problem, like endangering the company or anything. It's just, I don't know. It'd be sad if it, like, set them back at all, because you know, I really like the Witcher games. I think CD Projekt makes really good games. Or at least has the potential to make really good games. So I'd hate to see them, you know, suffer as a result of, like, what would you even call it? One massive debacle of a release, I guess. I've come around to that same opinion too. These days, I think you are a fool if you pre-order or purchase a game on day one. And it sucks. Like, I don't like telling people that, oh, you should have known better than to buy a game and expect it to work properly, but that is the society we live in this year of our Lord, 2020, now 21. It's just how it is. I understand how it got this way, too. It's just better for developers. It's so much easier to like release and then patch based on player feedback within like the first months of release. You do end up with a better game in the long run as a result of it. It just really sucks for early adopters. But there's an easy fix to that. Just don't be an early adopter. Did he just get slowed? Ooh, water crystal. That's actually a good one. Because, yeah, that'll recover his hit points as well. And he does love to lose a bunch of hit points every time a monster touches him. Like, honestly, I think you can... I don't know, it's tough. Frankly, I don't even consider myself as having, like, a relationship with game companies or whatever. I guess some of the smaller developers I do. Like, the way I usually approach it is, like, if a developer releases like, a really good game that I like a lot, that kind of earns some goodwill from me, and I'll be willing to maybe pre-purchase or buy at full price early on their next game. I've done that with a couple developers now, actually. Like, I really liked Rex Rocket a lot, and so I bought their next game, Blossom Tale, like day one. And then I didn't really like Blossom Tale nearly as much as Rex Rocket, but it was still a fine game. Like, I don't regret buying Blossom Tale for full price within the first week of its release. Part of it too was that Rex Rocket was like dirt cheap. I think I purchased that game for $1. It was on sale for like $1. I had a different mindset. You know, I probably wouldn't have purchased Rex Rocket these days. I have a different mindset when it comes to games nowadays. Before it was like, oh, I'll just buy anything for $1 just to check it out. Because I'm like just a cheap motherfucker like that. Just I'll buy anything for $1. But now it's more like, yeah, I don't have time for shit. I don't want shit. I want the good stuff. Get your dollar, like, yeah, your $1 bargain basement games the fuck away from me. I probably wouldn't have even given Rex Rocket a chance nowadays. I felt bad after I was done the game because I liked it so much. It's like, holy shit, I would have paid like $10 for this game. Oh, I actually have a YouTube playthrough of Rex Rocket if you were ever interested in checking that game out. Or, you know, you could also buy it on Steam for like $1 the next time it goes on sale. I think we're coming close to the snowman floors. It's not an RPG. So Rex Rocket is a Metroidvania. You'll recognize these games because the developer has kind of a distinct visual style. They've got like these yellow-faced kids that look like Lego men in all their games. But yeah, Rex Rocket is a Metroidvania. It's like a very action-focused Metroidvania. It actually reminds me a lot of Cave Story, just with like the way it controls. And also, it's also kind of like linear for a Metroidvania, but with a heavy action focus. It's a very intricately designed platforming challenges and a cool movement system where you've got like multiple double jumps between your air dash and your charge shot jump and your double jump. Blossom Tale is like a top-down Zelda-style action-adventure game. It is essentially a Zelda clone. So yeah, it's actually a totally different style of game, although it still has the yellow-skinned Lego kids. You know what? I might as well just feed this guy. Blossom Tale, if I'm honest, I wouldn't completely recommend at full price, but I would definitely recommend Rex Rocket. Like, if you want a Zelda-style action-adventure game, I would go for Prodigal. Yeah, Prodigal, hands down, over Blossom Tale. They're both fun games, don't get me wrong, but, I mean, Blossom Tale is a fine game, Prodigal is an excellent game. Actually, I think the snowmans might be closer to floor 30. Whoops. That was close. I almost died. Also, these are the floors where our Spider-Man can actually gain levels. Like, actually gain a decent amount of XP from these guys. I hit the wrong button there. Oof. Oreo! Oh, that's a fruit. I might want a fruit. Oh wait, the Leo Lamb. I think I want the Leo Lamb. Actually, another game that I was pleasantly surprised by, that I got for cheap, another Metroidvania that I really liked, was a game called Castle in the Darkness, which I think is getting a sequel coming out sometime this year, if it's not out already. It was actually funny. I really strongly disliked Castle in the Darkness for like the first like hour or two that I played it. It just had a lot of early warning signs that really rubbed me the wrong way. I had difficulty adjusting to the controls. There were like some glaring technical incompetencies that rubbed me the wrong way. But yeah, Castle in the Darkness is actually an excellent Metroidvania. So yeah, I kind of have my eye on whoever the developer is of that game too. I can't remember the names of any of these developers actually. Oh right, I had my flame ball stolen. Oh yeah, one developer whose name I actually remember is Desu no Ya, is another developer that's kind of got some goodwill from me. Anyways, that's yeah, a few, yeah, Desu no Ya, the developers of Tobari and the Night of the Curious Moon, and also Trapper Knight and Sharpshooter Princess. Desu no Ya is a company that I guess comes up with very long titles for its games. But yeah, there's several indie developers who've like kind of built up enough goodwill with me from just having one or two very solid releases, where it's to the point where it's like, okay, I'm gonna follow these guys and pay attention to whatever they put out from now on. Zachtronics was on that list, and now they're kind of off that list after Mobius Front. I've been talking maybe too much shit about that game. It seems like it's fine. It wasn't great from what I played, but it was solid. It was a very solid, kind of streamlined, simplistic, hex-based war game. It was good for what it was. I was just annoyed with the way they kept on changing it after release. I will probably not pick up the next Zachtronics game on release day. Have I played VVVVVV? I haven't. I have seen it played. I've actually seen full playthroughs of that game. Hello. This didn't take very long at all. Doink. We might as well just get out of here. Yeah, there's nothing else good I can get from this. Other than leveling up my guy, which might actually be helpful. This is a... okay, if I was gonna keep ascending, I should have kept the Roche fruit. Because yeah, if I wanted to, I could have skipped the snowman, because the run's going good enough. I've got a bunch of good items in my inventory to carry us to the higher floors. I could have kept going, saved the Roche fruit for like a dragon or maximum. Oh, you know what? Dragon, I believe, will turn into a dragon egg after we catch him. I don't know, I guess we'll find out. So Dragon is a pretty unique monster. He actually appears in evolved form in the tower. It's like most monsters appear in the tower in their unevolved form, and then when you find their eggs, they're unevolved. Dragon is actually the evolved form of Kid. So if I turn the dragon into an egg, then he might be a dragon egg rather than a kid egg, which would be good for me, because that would save me the hassle of having to evolve him. Cross one monster off the evolution list. Truth glasses, valued higher than star glasses. I don't agree with that. So okay, I want the snowman. Ditch the stealth, I'll keep the clown, although I'm running out of space for these guys. Anyways, back to the question. I haven't played VVVVV for myself. I don't think it looks like my kind of game. I've actually got to start getting rid of some of these guys or fusing them. I could just do a couple... Oh wow, the monster hut's actually pretty much full. We can get some of these guys out of here. Oops, I didn't want to do that. No, I will not hatch the egg. I do have a Viper, right? There he is. Oh, you know what? I could just stick eggs in the vault. Yeah, I don't need to put them in the hut. I can just put eggs in the vault if I don't want to hatch them just yet. I might do that. I might just scoop up all my eggs from the vault, or from the hut here, and stick them in the vault. Alright, what do I name a crappy, unevolved snowman? Catchy, I think, is the one we have already. I'm gonna name him Big. It'll be ironic, because he'll be small forever. Yeah, I'm gonna pick up all my shitty monsters and put them in the vault. There we go. Weird Dog is a shitty monster. Dreamin' is a shitty monster. It's my second zoo, so that makes him a shitty monster. Manova, I think I've got plenty. Noise is actually decent, although I've got a bunch of them in here. I might just sell Noise. Stealth might be good. I want to experiment with Stealth. I don't need that many of them, though. Oh, Environmental Station Alpha? That's a very interesting game. I think that is a good choice to check out next. Hey there, Sam. Definitely don't need 2 blooms in here. I'll just move the Viper Egg so that he's not encroaching on my row of good monsters. Anyways, so yeah, hi Sam. We are going great guns on our monster hunting quest right now, actually. Actually, we can cross Snowman off the list now, so now there's just 2 more. Dragon and Maximum. Which basically means I need to do a run where I climb up to like floor 30, and then another run where I climb to like floor 46 or 47. Which is going to be tricky, but not insurmountable with the badass monsters we've got. Yep, we're pretty close to done. Actually, my original aim was to get done tonight, but we got a bit of a late start, so I probably won't end up finishing this tonight. Man, how much space do I have in this vault? Probably not much more, probably like to the end of this page. So yeah, assuming that all goes well, like if we could still suffer setbacks. If I die in the tower, that means I'll lose the Roche fruit I have in my inventory, and then we'll have to... I mean, we'll basically have to get another one. There's no way I can hunt for, like, 2 specific eggs. It was hard enough to find the eggs I wanted when I was looking for 10 different eggs. There's no way I'm gonna do tower runs hunting for, like, 1 or 2 specific eggs. Whew. Actually, before we start up this run, I'm gonna go refill my drink. I'll be back in a minute. Actually, I'm gonna get a new drink. There we go. Apple cider. Crisp apple cider for the second half of the stream. I don't know. I don't have work tomorrow. Maybe I will just marathon this shit so that we can just be done with this challenge and move on to other games. I mean, let's not have that mindset. If I get tired, I might end up making mistakes, and if I try to speed too much, then we might also end up making mistakes. Environmental Station Alpha is a Metroidvania-style game. I think it's actually by the same people who made Baba Is You, if you know that game. Or actually, Environmental Station Alpha was the game they made before Baba Is You. But yeah, it's kind of like a extremely minimalistic Metroidvania. Like, it's got like extremely low fidelity pixel graphics. It's like pre-NES graphics. Whereas like your main character is like 4 pixels wide kind of deal. Very well designed though. It's got some cool movement tech, like it has a really neat grappling hook, a really cool air dash. It's also got some insane kind of mind-bending post-game puzzles. Like it kind of plays a lot like, or like it has kind of the feel of Super Metroid when you're playing through it the first time. It's like, in spite of the low fidelity graphics, it's got a very kind of atmospheric kind of feel to it. Some good like environmental storytelling. Some interesting text telling the story about like this rogue AI via these computer terminals and such. Kind of plays like your standard Metroidvania on a first playthrough, in the style of Super Metroid, and then it like goes crazy after you're done the game, and then you get like a bunch of insane like La Mulana style like puzzles that span the entire game world and require you to like draw notes and maps and decipher an alien language and stuff. It's kind of crazy. Cool game. I liked it a lot. I didn't end up finishing it. I mean, I finished the main playthrough. Like, I got to the end and rolled the credits, but I got stuck in the post-game. I could not figure out... There's just a bunch of things I couldn't figure out. Like, I found a bunch of keys and a bunch of doors, but none of the keys I have fit in any of the doors that I found. Whereas there's, like, multiple barriers to progress, and I found a bunch of hidden stuff. Like, super hidden stuff. Some really crazily hidden stuff, but none of the stuff I found helps me get to any of the places I'm trying to get to. So I got totally stuck in Environmental Station Alpha, and I don't want to use a guide because I think that would defeat the point. I don't know. Why no guide? Because guides are for pussies. Apart from that, I don't know. I don't like using guides for games, especially puzzle games. Like any game where puzzle solving is the main appeal, like the main activity that you're doing. Like using a guide just defeats the purpose. Like you might as well just get like the, you know, like what's the thing, the controversial thing that Nintendo came up with, like the Super Play guide or whatever, where like Luigi just beats the level for you if you suck too badly. Like that's kind of what using a guide is like in puzzle games. Just get someone else to solve the puzzle for you. So I guess it's kind of a principled stance on my part. Okay, I saw the elevator over there. Also, I don't need this guy. Yeah, that's right. Shots fired. You guide user. I mean, to be clear, it's fine to use guides. I don't have any problem with, like, the Nintendo Super Play guide or whatever, either. It is not necessary to, like, clear every challenge in every video game on your own. Like, I do use guides for some games, too. Mainly if I feel the game is, like, unworthy. Although mostly, if I don't know. That's kind of the mindset I take when I'm playing through a game. Like, if I get stuck in a game, then I'm just going to power through it and try to figure it out myself. And, what am I trying to say here? Like, if I don't have faith in the developers that the thing I'm stuck on has some kind of sensible solution, then the game's not really worth my time in the first place. Like, if the game is so bad that I need to use a guide to get through it, then it's not really worth my time playing it to begin with. That's not true all the time. There are some games out there. I have used games in the past for some... Or I have used guides in the past for some games that have played on the channel. In particular, there are some games that have, like, particular obtuse, just dumb spots where the thing to do to go forward makes no sense. I think I needed a guide for Shining Force 2 at one point. I think I used a guide at one point in Chrono Cross, I think. Ah, I've been denied my sand. Nah, it was probably a white sand. Ooh, egg. But yeah, if people want to use guides, whatever. I feel like I'm missing out on some of the enjoyment that the game has to offer if I over-rely on guides, but there are other ways to enjoy games, too. You're missing some of the enjoyment, I think, if you use a guide to play a game, but you're not missing all of the enjoyment. There are other pleasures to be found in video games other than overcoming challenges on your own. That's why I think the whole Dark Souls easy mode argument is bullshit. People saying that, oh, Dark Souls is about the challenge, you're ruining the game if you add an easy mode. It's like, no, you're not. Difficulty is not the only thing that makes Dark Souls a good game. You are a Philistine if you think that. You can remove all the challenge from that game and there's still plenty of awesome things to like about Dark Souls. So it's the same with using guides for any other game. I like to milk all the enjoyment I can get out of any given video game, though, and I feel kind of like guides kind of spoil that for me. Also, instead of, like, explicitly referring to guides, I can just ask chat to tell me what to do if I get angry enough at a game. I guess that's the thing. I don't really need to use guides anymore, because if I want to know something about a game, I can just ask chat. Actually, if you include that, if you include help from chat as, like, consulting a guide, actually there's several games in this last year that I've used chat's help for. Stuck for more than 1 hour? That's a good rule for some games. It depends on the game. Like, if I used a 1 hour rule for, like, Lamu Lana, I would end up using a guide for everything, because, like, all of the puzzles in that game take more than an hour to solve, because they're very complex and, like, interwoven throughout the entire world. It's like half the puzzles in Lamu Lana span the whole world, and you gotta, like, take pages of notes to figure it all out. And, like, draw connections between different clues and different parts of the map. That's why you only give wrong information. What? You've been steering me wrong this whole time? I've never been outright trolled by chat before, actually, while asking for information about a game. Actually, I guess I had one guy try to tell me to press Alt plus F4 to see something cool, but you know, that's kind of an overworn, tired old joke, so I told him to fuck off. And that viewer's name was Sammer Vancouver. I actually don't remember who it was. I don't think they're around anymore. This is a big floor. Oh. Oh, you remember that too? I think it was. I can't actually remember the name of his main account, but I think you're right. I think it was, yeah, that guy when we were doing Danganronpa who had like 4 different accounts spread across Twitch and YouTube. I think he still does pop in to say hi from time to time. This is fine. Even if I'm confused, it's fine. I have a 1 in 8 chance to hit him. I don't know about that. I think he might just have 4 accounts to, like, I don't know. I mean, honestly, my best guess is that it's to evade bans on other channels that he might be banned on. That's my best guess as to why he might have multiple accounts. I never banned him. I never banned him. I didn't find him to be that, I don't know, off-putting. Yeah, do you think he really was 9 years old? I tend to assume that people who make claims like that are trolling, so I just kind of play along. Just because I'd hate the idea of having, like, an actual live, like, 9-year-old watching my stream. Like, I would get... First of all, I would get self-conscious, and, like, second, I would get, like, really judgmental about the parents. Like, what are you doing? Like, letting your kid on the internet unsupervised like this. Like, I talk about things that I read on N-hentai on this channel sometimes. Like, even just saying the word, just saying the phrase N-hentai is gonna send that kid to Google. And that sets him down like a life path that there's no turning back from. Oh, well, if you're 12, that's fine. If you're 12, that's fine. I was, I think 12 or 13 when I first started playing, like, porn games that I found on Home of the Underdogs. Boing! That's fine, because I was looking for the elevator anyways. 4 times that? Well, in that case, you're too old to be looking at stuff like that. Like, what the hell? Yeah, what the hell are you even doing? Wasting your time with this channel? You should be, like, playing with your grandkids or something. That's a joke because I guess I'm not. Yeah, I guess I'm a fair bit younger than that. Not that much younger, though. I am in my mid-30s. I am not a grandfather or a father, but I am an uncle. I guess that's not uncommon. I have a child who's 32. Shit. Yeah, I guess that would make you old enough to be my dad then. So what are we looking for this time? We're going way up. We're going way, way up. Looking for dragons on this run. Or even maximums if we can find them. You know what? This... Ooh, I didn't think you could shoot around corners like that. I don't know how to deal... See, this is the thing I'm talking about. I don't know how to deal with seemingly trollish claims like that, because it's, like, just not absurd. Like, it's not that absurd. The idea that, like, a 9-year-old would stumble across this channel, or the idea that, like, a 46-year-old would have a 32-year-old son. Like, it's uncommon and really weird, but also not outside the realm of possibility, so I don't know exactly whether to believe it when I'm told things like that. So I just kind of default to acting like I believe it. That's like my default for everything. True story. I had a... Do I want to see your id? No, I don't want to see your id. True story. I had a friend, or I guess an acquaintance in high school, who claimed to be a ninja. Like real life, honest to goodness ninja trained by like the Japanese government or something. Who was like taken as a child and put through ninja school. Competed in ninja tournaments and such. Was like on standby to receive orders to go on ninja operations during the summer. Like the uncle that worked at Nintendo. Yeah, exactly, that kind of thing. And like I don't want to say naive, but I was open-minded enough at the time to, like I didn't know what a chunibyo was at the time. So my thinking was like, I mean, what do I know about ninjas and the Japanese government? Maybe they do take kids, Canadian kids from a young age to become ninjas and conduct espionage operations overseas. Sure, why not? I'll at least act like I believe this story. So yeah, I never questioned or argued with her about it. Which I guess is why the reason she was probably part of the reason why she liked to talk to me about it so much. Some people get like really messed up with stuff like. Did you guys ever read the story about like that the Final Fantasy VII house, where it's like some guy got in like a really fucked up relationship with two girls who like. One of them who was like a borderline cult leader. I have no contact with this girl anymore. I have no idea where she is or what she's doing these days. I haven't talked to her at all since high school. I guess I have her MSN Messenger contact info, if anyone even uses that anymore. Back to Japan, back to home base in Japan. But yeah, there was that messed up like Final Fantasy VII house where it's like there's like this one main girl who was like kind of like the leader of this kind of weird pseudo cult. Had like this like weird explanation how it's like, oh, the way it's I guess you get into this kind of stuff if you get into like weird like DeviantArt and otherkin communities where they have like explanations for like how fictional worlds are actually alternate realities, and the way fiction works, the way that like fiction writers get inspiration is they're like pulling visions from these alternate realities. So like really Cloud and Eris and Sephiroth like all actually exist in this alternate dimension, and they like ripple across dimensions, so that like I am actually the incarnation of Eris in this dimension, and that's why we need to do like weird perverted sexual stuff with each other and do weird like Mako baths and crazy drug concoctions and stuff. It's like this whole thing. It was a famous blog or famous like vlog or yeah blog post back in the day. I can't remember the title of it or anything, but yeah. Point being that those kinds of people are more common than I realized back in the day, and I'm lucky that I never fell into it any deeper than just kind of getting the occasional chuckle from her crazy stories. Never got any deeper into the rabbit hole than that. Where's he going? No, he's just patrolling back and forth, I guess. Give me a good ball. That is not a good ball. Water ball is not quite the worst ball, but it's a very mediocre ball. Oh, there is an exit here. Didn't even see that. Oh, yeah, he's moving twice because I'm slowed still. What items do I even have right now? I'm actually gonna keep this because blind kind of sucks. Do-do-do, do-do-do-do. I should maybe stop using this guy so much. I'm actually going to put him away and break out the clown. Just because I know that I'm going to want my Arachne for the upper floors. And I don't want to use him up down here. Had your kid in high school? See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, it seems like the kind of thing that someone would say, like, just to be trollish. Like, something, like, the kind of messed up thing someone would say just to troll. But it's also kind of plausible. Like, it does happen that, yeah, people have kids when they're, like, 14? Did I have that right? Maybe I'm bad at math. I think we can 1v1 this guy. 16, okay, that's marginally less weird, but still pretty uncommon. Especially these days. Most people are having kids, waiting to have kids in like their early 30s these days. Well, yeah, no kidding. No kidding. I don't think anyone who has a kid at 16 has their life in order. Or at least that's maybe excessive. That's going too far, but yeah. I don't think there's any situation in which fathering a child at age 16 is the result of anything other than a fuck up. It's like, yep, had my first kid when I was 16. All according to my life plan. This is exactly what I wanted. Oh, your only kid. Well, good on you for exercising restraint, then. The sorts of people who have a kid when they're 16 tend to have, like, 3 more by the time they're 24, you know? Don't have a kid at 16. I'll do my best to remember that, I guess, when I turn 16. I'll definitely keep that in mind on my 16th birthday. Now the question is, which is worse, having a kid when you're 16 or having a kid when you're like 60? Like, I know you've got the financial security and such when you're that old, but there's also like from what I've heard, like a dramatic increase in like the odds of like bad health problems for the kid, like just weird diseases and like mental issues and such, having kids at that age. So I don't know. I almost think I would rather have a kid at 16 than 60. Well, yeah, you just assume that you're gonna like die by the time that like the kid, you know, grows up to anything significant. So that's a problem too. Yeah. Am I younger than 16? No, Deep Fry. No, I'm not. I am just clowning around. That was just a little joke. A little dry humor there. In response to Sam's sage advice. Or am I joking right now? Or am I... Okay. I don't know why. I got my monsters reversed there. Okay, yeah. That's fine. He's gonna smack him up. He's got 6 arms. That's just like 3 times more arms to deliver bitch slaps with. It's like slap, 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 slap. Ultimate pimp skills. You know, from what I've read, even 30 is kind of pushing the upper limit in terms of like maximizing, or I guess minimizing the risk of something going wrong with the child. Like, it's not seriously worse at 30, but it starts to get slightly worse getting into your 30s. Mid-20s apparently is the time to do it, yet it's like impossible to obtain, or it's extremely difficult to obtain like financial stability in your 20s in this day and age, so I don't know. Maybe we'll just have to like evolve to be better at having kids in our 30s from here on in. That guy just did like 20 damage to himself off that reflect. I mean, honestly, I feel like I kind of missed the boat on the whole kid having thing anyways. Like, even if I wanted to, I don't think I could manage it with just the situation my life is at. I'd have to work overtime, like, literally, I guess, as well, but also, like, I had some catching up to do. In terms of, like, the, I guess, stable life path front. Do I even want to bother feeding this guy? Also, I need to make sure that this dipshit doesn't kill the Barong. Can I lift him? Oh, I can lift him still. Oh wait, no, don't do that. Just follow me. Whoops! Right, he's gotta wake up first. Do I have anything shitty to feed him? I have one nephew. I have one sister, and she has one kid. I'm a bad uncle. I'm a bad uncle. I think he just turned 1. I think he just turned 1. No, shit. 2. He's 2. Yeah. Final answer. Look, I've missed a year basically due to COVID. I haven't been able to see my sister and nephew due to COVID. That's my excuse. I basically skipped a year. I guess we all kind of did. It's like, oh yeah, it's kind of easy to forget that the last year actually happened. Man, just flew by, didn't it? It's almost February. It is, too. Doesn't feel like it's been that long into January, but yeah. The days at work have been flying by. Like, December felt like it took forever. A lot of long, busy days at work. These days, it's like, yeah, mostly kind of dead. And, like, my boss has got to do paperwork in the back, so it's actually just me alone at the computer in the store for most of the time these days. I just fuck around on the internet, and then it's time to leave before I even know it. Yeah, man, if it weren't for the Pokemon, if it weren't for the current Pokemon craze, I would have, like, basically nothing but time on my hands at work. Pokemon accounts for, like, probably close to half our sales this month. Okay, cool. Arachne's just doing his thing. That sleep ball is actually kind of alright. I don't need 3 wind crystals. Also, some of my board game friends are talking about, like, wanting to start up in-person game nights again. So that'll be fun to get back to. I got my one group of friends interested in playing New Angeles with me, which I talked about extensively a couple streams ago. It's maybe my favorite board game. It's like a semi-cooperative, like, negotiation, cyberpunk, like a corporatist, backstabbing negotiation game. Where you've got to, like, keep the city under control and quash unrest, but also make more money than one of the other players. Everyone's got a rival that they've got to outcompete. So it's like you're working together to control the city, but you also need to make more money than one other guy. So it's like at the same time you're trying to work together, to maintain the peace, you're also trying to work for yourself to screw over one of the other players. So it's like every player's got one person who's trying to screw them over, which makes it a bit difficult to cooperate. I really enjoy it. And yeah, one of my game groups is interested in playing that, so I'm looking forward to that. I actually want to see how big my balls are. Gonna use my spy glasses on the balls. 4. It's a pretty small ball, actually, for a blaze. I didn't overlook the elevator again, did I? Wait. Oh, there's more rooms over here. There we go. Oh yeah, I said I was gonna put this guy away. Since we need him for the upper floors. I messed that up. I got sidetracked. This is good timing to pull this guy out anyways. He'll be good for the Viper floors. Is that an elevator in there? I think it's a crystal. Oi. Okay, we should be able to one-shot this guy. And then that kind of sucks. I think it is better for us to get up high. Ugh. That's not very good damage. I'm gonna flame him. Actually, I'm gonna sleep him, because I don't know how many charges this sleep ball has. Which makes it a little bit less valuable. Also, the sleep value kind of depreciates in value the higher you get in the tower. Like, once you get to the upper floors, sleep is basically just good for running away, because the monster's just going to wake up by the time you bash him to death. Got one monster here. I'm going to smash him. Ugh! I should have just taken this guy out in the first place. Friggin' Vipers, man. Like, for the time that he appears, he's like one of the strongest monsters in the game. Just compared to like the other monsters you fight on this level, he's way stronger than everyone else. More annoying too. It's like even if you do jack up your defense enough to stop having to worry about him, then he hits you with the attack down. It's like even if he doesn't damage you, he's still a pain. Whoops. Hope I can one-shot this guy. Anyways, I'm thinking we're not gonna finish collecting our monsters this stream. So yeah, we'll probably go for one more stream after this, like Saturday or Sunday. And then what we'll do is we'll grab our last monster, probably the maximum, on the very top floors. And then we'll just start evolving these guys one after another. I could play this in the afternoon, but I don't want to. I want to do Wind Waker all day. It's kind of my tradition, is to do an all-day play of the Viewer's Choice poll winner. Incidentally, there it is, if any of y'all missed it. Huh, awkward. My clown is not gonna last long at this rate. Yeah, I mean, if this was your job, I mean, I invite you to find a new line of work. Like, this is, honestly, this is no way to make a living anyways. It's probably better for both of us, really, if you find something else to do with your life. I don't even know how I would react if, like, if I had a boss fire me. I had a brutal firing once. The second job I ever got fired from, I got really depressed afterwards because, first of all, it was like a big, like, backstab. Like, my supervisor kept on talking to us about, said, "Oh, you guys are doing such a good job. We're gonna get." It wasn't an important job or anything. This was in high school. I was packaging sushi in a seafood store. We had a lady who would make the sushi, and then me and another person would put it into boxes to be shipped out to grocery stores the next day. And the sushi lady kept on talking about how the boss kept saying how we were doing such a better job compared to the weekend crew. And it's like, oh, we can teach you guys to like, make the sushi yourselves, teach you how to use the machines. Pretty soon, I'll be able to retire. There might be, like, a career for you at the store after you guys finish high school. And then one day I showed up late for work. Pretty late, to be fair. I was having difficulty with the buses at the time, in the middle of the winter. I had missed my bus, so I had to, like, walk all the way to work. And because I was kind of dumb and irresponsible, I didn't have the number for the store that I worked at, so I didn't have a way to call in advance to let them know that I'd be like an hour late. So I showed up an hour late, and I got fired. Not only that, but he said a bunch of other shit that completely blindsided me after all the positive things that the sushi lady kept on saying to me about how it's like, yeah, I was like rude and disrespectful and everyone hated working with me, and he's like had people apparently asking to change shifts so they don't have to work with me. I don't know how much of any of that was true. It sounded like nonsense because, like, I didn't even talk to the other people I worked with at all. I just kind of listened to them talk. But yeah, that upset me a lot at the time. What made it even worse, because yeah, without thinking of the consequences, I basically told my mom what he said to me, and I was depressed for days. My mom went to the store like the next day and told off the owner and like bitched him out for being so mean to me when he fired me, which I just found humiliating when she told me that. It's like, okay, I got fired in a really rude fashion. I get to feel bad about that for a few days. But now that you've done this, I'm just humiliated and I can never show my face in that store ever again. Which sucks, because I actually used to buy sushi there. I actually used to get sushi snacks like after school from that store, even before I worked there, and now I can never show my face again because you have embarrassed me like this. Whoops. Shit. Can I double... Oh yeah, I can kind of double attack him like this. You know, honestly, that whole experience at the sushi place kind of, like, fucked with my head for a while afterwards, too. Like, I'm always deeply suspicious Like, I don't believe it when other, like, bosses I've had, other places I've worked at have, like, praised my performance at work. It's like, yeah, you say that now, but I bet you'll be singing a completely different tune if you ever have to fire me for any reason. So anyways, I guess the moral of that whole story, Deep Fry, is that, yeah, no one likes you, and you always sucked at this job, and, I'm glad to see you leave. That was harsh, I'm sorry. Even as a joke, I'm sorry. Oh, you can hit your own familiar in your confusion. That sucks. Clown's having a bad day now. Hired to be fired? I guess that's kind of it. Oh, the other thing that pissed me off about the sushi place is that, like, I wasn't even, like, the worst employee there. Like, the girl I worked with, who also helped package the sushi, was late way more often than I was. Like, she had been, like, over an hour late, like, multiple times that month, and he never said a thing about it. I don't know, maybe she got fired later. Who's to say? Actually, that was the other funny thing. She didn't show up at work that day at all. She actually missed that shift that I was an hour late for. Which I guess would have caused a lot of stress for my boss. At the time. Maybe I just, yeah, got shit canned because it was just an unlucky day. Get my revenge. I don't even know if that store is still around anymore. For all I know, I might have my revenge, like, without even having to do anything. I have no idea. Like, that, wherever that, maybe they moved to a different location. But yeah, the store isn't there anymore. It either shut down or moved to some other place. And anyways, I don't even care. I wouldn't. Okay, that's a good thing we got a backup. I don't hold grudges. Like, honestly, if I ever did meet the guy again, he said all that shit to me, I probably wouldn't even mention it. I would probably just assume he forgot about the whole thing, like I probably should have by now. I mean, if he brought it up, I would argue the point. I still maintain that I was kind of unfairly fired there, and not unfairly fired, because, you know, being an hour late with no notice. I don't know, once? Nah, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. I was doing good work up to that point. Kicked out of a liquor store for talking to your friend who was working at the time. Yeah, I don't know if I would ever be happy, like, working at any place where I was, like, supervised too heavily. Or, like, it's, you know, like, I know they do this at, like, some retail chains, like the big retail chains, where it's like you're not allowed to idle. You, like, have to look busy. Like, go face shelves, harass customers, and ask them all if they need anything all the time. Just do something to look busy. Is there a... I think there's a turtle in my way. Nope. I mean, certainly I certainly wouldn't work a minimum wage job where they expected me to, like, you know, actually work all the time and not idle and chat with friends or whatever. Like, man, I can only imagine if they kicked people out of the store I worked at for chit-chatting with the people who were working. That's like all, like, most of us do all day, is just chat with the regulars who pop in all day. Oh, that would be the worst. That's the one thing I'm glad about in the whole situation at the sushi place, is that at least I didn't cry. Like, my mom, I'm sure, let him know how upset I was, but at least I didn't cry in front of him. Yeah, I would have been like 16 when all this happened. Oh yeah, these guys have like 100 hit points. This is very bad. Please finish him. Why don't I just use the fireball, how about? You know what, now that we're seeing Naplasses and probably killers soon, I think it's Arachne time again. My mom told the manager off. Yeah, she went in... Yeah, did you miss that part of the story? Yeah, my mom went in the next day and tore a strip off him. I was really embarrassed when she told me about it. Really, really wish that she had not done that. Okay, good. I know one of these guys. Yep, that one. That one right there. He's probably just listening in the background while doing other shit. That's what most people do with Twitch streams. It's just something you gotta do on Twitch. Gotta learn how to carry a conversation by your own damn self sometimes. Or at least, if you're below a certain size, you've got to learn how to do that. I'm actually pretty bad at monologuing by myself, which is why I appreciate having people in chat when I have people in chat. Yes, get him! Oh wait, don't get him, just sit there until he comes at you. Man, I would love to get to the point where Shuren can one-shot these guys. Also, we've got to pick up the pace here, because, yeah, he's going to run out of MP. We're getting pretty close. Dragons, I think, start appearing within the next 3 floors or so. So we're on the home stretch here. I could keep going a bit further until we find a maximum. Hoo boy. Oh, they're running away from me. Yeah, you better run. That's right, I got 6 arms. Actually, between the 2 of us, we got 8 arms to bitch slap your giraffe asses with. You giraffe-looking sleepy bros. That's my shit talk. That's the closest I can manage with the shit talk in video games. That's also part of the reason why I can't play online multiplayer games. I'm the world's worst shit talker. I mean, yeah, I'm the same way. You'd think at, you know, 33? Yeah, that's how old I am. I would have more life experiences or something to talk about, but no, it's basically just the one part-time job I had when I was 16. And the products I sell at the store that I work at. And the games that I play. I remember video games? Yeah, I guess I do that sometimes, too. What floor are we on right now, speaking of video games? 30. Okay. I think we're gonna start seeing dragons really, really soon. Ow. Actually, if the two of us can, like, 1-2 punch that guy, then we shouldn't have to worry about him anymore. I can just wait for him to walk towards us. Then my Spider-Man hits, and then I hit. Actually, I should double-check the poll. I don't know how many new viewers we've had today. Speaking of the poll, Viewer's Choice poll, have you voted yet? I'm just gonna, like, every time the poll comes up in conversation, I guess I'll just point the link. I didn't actually offend... I hope I didn't actually offend Deep Fry when I said, you suck and no one likes you and get out of here. Like, that was a joke. I hope he understood that. I'm sure he did. He seems like a clever fellow. That is a pretty mean thing to, like, say even as a joke. Like, to just, like, hear the words even in jest. That's, like, how language works sometimes. Like, even if it's a joke, just, like, hear a phrase spoken out loud. Hear a word or phrase spoken out loud can, like, be jarring and off-putting. Oh, we can't 1-2 punch him. It takes 3 punches. That's fine, because like I said, we've got 8 hands between the two of us. Yeah, the more likely explanation. That's the thing. That's something I think a lot of people need to learn. Something I've struggled with in the past is just not assume the worst in every situation. Like, a big thing is, I think what Scott Adams calls the mind-reading fallacy, where it's like you think that you know, like, the secret innermost thoughts of other people, and, like, the bad thoughts, the bad secret motivations they have for the things that they do, and it's just not right. It's just, you're just not correct about that, like, 99% of the time, when you imagine that you know people's, like, secret bad motivations for the things that they do. There's usually a reasonable, non-malicious motivation for just most things that happen in life. Yeah, that's cool. We'll catch you later, Sam. Thank you for stopping by. Okay, so throwing something at him could fuck things up. Let's go with the Blaze Ball, maybe? I know Spell Balls work fine. Doesn't make him transform. Oops. I could have sworn that I saw that flame crash into the far shield. Yeah, I thought it was this one was the Manova. Still no dragons. Like, at some point I'm gonna have to stop just climbing endlessly and start looking for some dragons. The problem is I don't know exactly what floor the dragons start appearing on. Ow. How come he gets 2 attacks in a row? That's not fair. Only my guy should get 2 attacks in a row. Alright, this is how we beat the tower the first time. Is my Arachne got a shit ton of levels and was able to just start one-shotting enemies. Also, I think the maneuver... Oh, there he is! There's our guy! Now, the question is, do I dive a little bit further and go for the maximum? How much further? That's the question. Oh, hey there, Deep Fry. Welcome back. We were just talking about you. Sort of. Sam commented about how we scared you off or something, and I said, nah, he's probably just doing something else and listening to this in the background. Lost internet, I guess, is another explanation that we hadn't considered, but I figured it was something like that. I was actually just about to comment, too. I was just about to comment. It's like, man, now that everyone's left and there's no one in chat, I don't have a moderator to clear that bot for me. Of all the lousy luck with the timing. And then you show up to ban him. Yeah, good job. See, forget about, yeah, getting fired to be the poll link bot. You got promoted to bot banner. What floor are we on? 31? I'm gonna go up a little bit more, because it'll be good for us if I can get the maximum first. Just get the higher run out of the way. So we'll have to climb. Ooh. Oh, nice. We'll have to climb like 5 floors, I think, at least 5 or 6 to start seeing maximum, and I think that's not going to be a big problem. I think I can do 5 or 6 floors, especially if they all go like this. Yeah, I don't really... Yeah, these are the lamest bots. They're, like, so obvious. The worst bots are the ones that, like, try to fool you. Like, they'll try to strike up a conversation. Like, it'll start out like, hey, man, I've really been enjoying your channel. Would you like to commission some art from me? And then it, like, posts some generic message and then a link. So, like, tries to trick you into thinking it's a real person. And then there's the funny ones that, like, try to strike up the conversation and get a reaction and fool you into thinking it's a real person, but they have the most generic opening line. Like, it's the one where it's like, hi there, or it's like, hi there, fan of Azure Dreams. I have been watching and enjoying your Jasu Bakuhatsu Twitch channel. Like, it's just fill in the... it's like, fill in the blank of the channel name, fill in the blank of the now playing game. So those ones are funny too. Did I hear about the bot that got 2,000 PS5s? No, but it doesn't really surprise me. Word on the street is that, like, supply issues are, just a thing that everyone has to deal with all kinds of, like, entertainment devices these days. Like, yeah, PS5s, suffering a critical shortage. Like, yeah, the Nvidia cards we've talked about in the past. Hell, board games. Pokemon cards. Like, I think it's a combination of multiple things. Between, the COVID... Oh, no. The COVID messing up shipping. And also the COVID forcing people indoors and wanting to just like kick back on their game consoles and with their board games and stuff. Oh, is that true? I didn't even realize that AMD was making a comeback. I do have another wind crystal, right? Yeah. Also, I'm gonna use this. Can I poison this guy in his sleep? That would be funny. Lol. Just gonna get poisoned to death while you're sleeping. Oh, whoops. Get away from here. There it is. Is this a good crystal? Actually, I have a water crystal, don't I? Oh, I don't. No, that was the last run. That was the last run where I got the water crystal. I was hoping this would be a water crystal, but it's not. I was thinking the same thing. I was also thinking it might be time to get a PS4. Problem is that realistically it's not worth it for me to buy any console at the moment unless I get a capture card to go with it so I can stream it. I don't know, I would have to adjust a lot of things like in the apartment in terms of my TV and my setup if I wanted to stream console games. I think we're going to start seeing maximums any moment here. There he is! There's our big boy. Actually, this will get him over there a bit faster. Alright, here's our maximum, and then we can get out of here. I guess I could use the monitor. Actually, there would be no reason not to use the monitor. That would be the smart way to do it. I completely forgot about this trick. Yeah, this is what you do when you got a melee using familiar. I want to chase down that maximum so I can egg him. I think I'm just gonna fire this guy. Oh, is he coming this way now? Oh, he's coming this way. Fell right into my trap. Nice! Maximum egg. This might only be like the second or third time that I've ever had a maximum egg. I mean, yeah, I would definitely go online to find whatever best price I could for capture cards. Also, I might as well just use up the last of my MP here just to get this guy leveled up as much as possible. Actually, yeah, this is a good opportunity to level up Mr. Shuren. Get this shit out of here. Yeah, we're just gonna keep going till Arachne runs out of MP. Which is probably gonna be like right now. Man, why does Maximum have such little HP? So few HPs. I thought he was supposed to be the ultimate monster. Well, there he goes. Oh, look at that. He's got that, like, vacant expression on his face. Brrr. Also, the way his arms all like droop down to the side, that's actually kind of creepy looking. Some kind of like weird android that's switched off. Oh, I have a PETA though. Guess we might as well keep this spider train rolling. Also, I should take this chance to level up Clown also. It's a bit trickier since like Maximum is the monster to farm if you want to gain levels, but Clown can't farm Maximums very effectively since he's the wrong type. Also, wouldn't it be funny if... Whoops. You know what, let's just get the fuck out of here before I make another mistake like that. 50 damage, I was not even expecting that much. Man, that was a really short stream. I guess that's what happens when you get started an hour late. Another Arachne. Wait. Yeah, there's Maximum. There's Maximum. I mean, Arachne's good. I think I might try to fuse Arachne with Maximum. So yeah, we'll keep those. I mean, we'll keep Maximum, obviously. So we got one monster yet. It's a dragon. I gotta catch a dragon, and then I've got to evolve a flame and a griffin and a block. And I think one other monster. Maybe a dragon. We'll see what kind of egg that the dragon turns into. Okay, let's get these guys down here. There we go. Maximum will be bottom right because he is the Maximum. Is he going to be some weird color when I hatch him? And then more importantly... Oh, yep, he is some weird color. I actually think he looks better like this. Kind of monochromatic instead of like red and purple and black. Ooh, I like his portrait too. He actually looks kind of cute. It's Max the Maximum. Broke the imagination bank with that name there. Bali Mega Halt Grande Forte. I'm gonna choose Bali, because that's the only one that isn't lame. Bali the Maximum. And I guess we'll just throw an Arachne down here. I'll just hatch him. We'll eventually want to fuse him anyways. Oh, yeah, catch you later, Deep Fry. Have a good night. I'm actually heading off myself right now, because we got just about everything we wanted here. Maximum off the list. So yeah, I need a dragon egg, and I need to evolve block, griffin, and flame. That's it. We're all but finished here in terms of the challenge. I'll probably just do all of that on like a Saturday or Sunday. Then we'll move on to whatever I decide next. Probably either Ori or that other game I talked about, Toho Luna Nights. Gotta find time for Vandal Hearts still, too. I think we'll do Vandal Hearts in the afternoons once we're finished with Neo. Oh, right, yeah, get a Roche out of the vault, and then go to the tower. Or, I mean, and then save, and then go to the tower on the next stream. Whoop, nope, wrong one. I don't think there's any acknowledgement from the game for you getting all the monsters. Man, won't it be nice if we get in under 100 hours too? I would love... Oh yeah, we're absolutely going to finish this in less than 100 hours. So yeah, good time too. I probably should have just started another save file, so I could actually get an accurate measure of how much time it takes to do all this. Because yeah, like the first 30 to 40 hours, I was doing like a different challenge before I started going for all the monsters. We had 0 monsters for the first like 30 to 40 hours of this save file. This is going... This monster collecting business is going so well. I think I'm going to reward myself. Who's our reward? Who is our reward? Not this, not you. Yeah, apparently that's this old guy. Nico. We get to say hi to Nico in the swimming pool. So there he is. Say goodnight to Nico. So yeah, I guess we've closed the poll now. I'm just going to paste the link here so I can click on it and see which game wins. It's probably still Zelda Wind Waker. Yep. So the winner of the Viewer's Choice poll is Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, which we will start up tomorrow. And yeah, I'll have to do some experimentation tomorrow morning to figure out if I can, if I'm able to run the HD remake on Wii U or not. If not, we'll just play the GameCube version in Dolphin, and it'll be fine. It'll be fine either way. Honestly, I think the Dolphin version, or the GameCube version, will be just fine in the emulator. Like, we can up-res it, increase the frame rate, all that good stuff. It'll be like playing a modern game. It'll be like playing an HD remaster. And that is the plan. Thank you all for watching. Say goodnight to Nico and to me, and we'll see you guys. Oh, hey there, Music and Starburst, and goodbye, Music and Starburst. Yeah, heading out for the night, starting up Wind Waker tomorrow. Hope to see you guys then. Have a good